Here goes nothing. This is my range that I am running in mastery. I'm just aiming for the most damage, so 4 attack speed, fresh blood for dash for 10 damage. It makes a big difference for the first hit. Natural talent for just a little bit of AD. You'll be surprised what 2 extra AD. Double edged sword is what's gonna give me extra AD early game. Armored pain obviously and fervor battle. Okay. Why am I running ghosts? I rather run ghosts because it will give me more ganking potential besides power to use flash. So I could just flash in, attack, auto attack, or I can auto attack and they can flash away and I can flash afterwards. I'll, but then with ghosts, I can just run up to them, keep using ghosts, go increase my move speed. I could just keep autoing them. Once they're low, I can Q onto them. They think they're gonna get away, they flash away. Then I'll just Q onto them when they're low. Because normally they won't want to blow flash until they're low. And they're thinking, oh yeah, he has ghosts. He's not gonna be able to catch me. Then I Q and I'll be able to kill secure in my Q. You'll see what I mean. And I'm building attack speed because the more attack speed you have on Yi, you'll land more double strike, meaning more damage. And then I'm running Celery because 5 extra damage on monster will help with my jungle clear. The assassin will help me with extra damage early game, especially for ganking because 90% of the time this is normal. 90% of the time in low elo, players tend to do very bad and they tend to die before I even get to the lane, and they do not know when to engage and how to bait for ganks. So I'm gonna need a lot of 1v1 damage, basically doing damage. That is how you play Yi. You basically split push till you win. There are games where it's uncarryable because of the situation. Because while the lanes are pushing, it'll be very hard to split push because if you split push at a bad timing and your team cannot group fight and then the enemy's not coming towards you because they know they can easily win your team because they're all behind. All lanes are losing and your master Yi is very difficult to carry. Even though you can split push, you have to split push extremely fast and be extremely fed to even split push. And you have to think of the situation. If you don't group and your team gets ace, you're gonna lose 2 towers super easily. It's better to group up with your team, which 90% of the players in low elo does not know how to wave clear or wave manage or any of that. That's why they're mostly stuck. And I'll just show you in the game. I'm still pretty new to League. I'm not that good. I feel pretty new. And I've been learning a lot on this little app. I forget what it's called, Mobilytic, whatever it's called. Sure, I've been using it lately because it basically gives you a review of how you did in a game and what you need to improve. We're not sponsoring them or nothing. I'm just mentioning it because it's actually legit stuff. I probably don't want to do anything. Normally I invade, but because it's a Galio, he starts blue, and I started here. When you start on blue side, you can either go to your red, take red, and do level 2 cheese. But because I'm a master Yi and I'm hoping they ward it. This person's obviously low elo considering how salty he is. I timed it wrong. Why did I pop the potion while fighting Grump? It doesn't matter. Still going to the same. Because you're still going to take a certain amount of damage, then popping the healing potion is still going to heal you. So, oh my god. Timing was off. This is kind of dangerous when you do this. I'm just going to do this push just in case. Oh yeah, it's Ivern Jungle, I forgot. Not really have to be worried about nothing, I just need race. I could gank here in this situation. Trying to spot me. Yep, I can gank him. And this is what I mean when. Oh my god. My auto attack restarted. This is the only thing I don't like about how they rework his alpha. Is when I alpha, I don't re auto attack unless I click the enemy, which I'm gonna buy boots because I want a faster clear. I'm gonna buy a jungle item because it'll give me my smite. Normally, you want to use smite clear your jungle faster so that you may be able to have a faster jungle clear. A faster jungle clear means you hit level 6. You want to hit level 6 as soon as you can on Mastery. It's very, very important. And normally I drop a ward like right here because that'll give me more vision. And you can also drop like a ward like right here when I'm back for more vision. And normally people just don't max alpha although they normally level 3 because you can use less mana and it still deal more damage to wave 3 effectively. And I could gank here, but I don't have my red buff. I'm gonna W here, just some more mana. In Mastery, early game is very important to snowball the game. This is kinda risky, and they're grouping mid. I could easily set up for a counter gank, but there's 3 people there. My bottom lane is sure they're probably not warding. Okay, that's kind of funny. I haven't dropped the controller. Now I know Galio is AFK. I thought he was AFK at first. Damn, he took my blue. Now it's bottom side. I am obviously going to invade his blue. And it's actually a very good time to invade his blue. Because most likely he did not do any clear. I'm gonna pop the controller here. Galio's bottom, so I'm gonna take his blue. And we get first tower. Pretty good. Trying not to make any risky plays, although I could. Actually, I should put this back. And I should work my way towards dragon, or I could do a full jungle clear. I don't want to be over ganking because their bottom does have red. If Blast Plan is out, I could probably gank right here. And they're not going to. I wasted time. This Veigar needs to wait. He keeps trying to dive Echo when Echo's easy kill. Oh, I normally would back in this situation, but I'm gonna do the full clear first. And he did take my red. It's risky. I'll wait for my W to come up. I push the lane. He should have stayed bottom. I'm gonna work on my rage blade. See what I can afford. They don't really have any strong lanes right now. Besides Shin. And he took my blue. Bastard. Oh, he did something dumb. Damn. I'm not gonna chase. I'm gonna go for dragon. Never chase more than 5 seconds. That's how you. And I have. What did I not go? Oh, that's not good. Should back so I can secure the rift. And he's taking the. Oh well. He better have finished the item. Why am I buying that one little AP item? Because it builds into my. Oh my god, dude! I'm hoping you finish Thornmill with that. Well, I don't really understand why you just took my chickens. That's my favorite camp right there too. They're chasing. Prefer to defend tower. See, tower goes down. And they have to do. Oh, that was a Shin. That light got me so confused. Anyways, I could probably get Rift now. Where's some check? Nope. There's something missing. I should probably help with towers. Oh, fuck. Oh, yes, I can get it. Oh, man. Veigar didn't time this freaking stun correctly. She could have used that as escape for us. Oh my god. This guy keeps taking my own jungle too. It's kind of irritating. Sim complete? Oh yeah, he did. I didn't want to hear that. Let's pretend we can hear that. I didn't want to hear Rift get taken like that. But I got my Rage Blade, so I can clear a whole lot faster. And that better not have been my red. That really has. Oh god, they're gonna force this push. If Veigar can time the stun correctly, he can kill easily. Kill. And hopefully they can protect that tower. And because they have a lot of AD, I'm going to build tabbies. And because I don't want to get bursted down so easily, I'm going to build some armors. GA will work. It doesn't matter now. I just need a force 1v1 situation. Actually, I need to get to this dragon as soon as possible. This could be a team fight. Oh, if there was there still. Do you get there? Oh no. It doesn't matter who wins. Oh, wait, actually, this is a good opportunity. I probably won't alpha right now because I'm like 84. So close to my GA. Twitch won. Oh my god, he died. At least get a tower. I'm hoping they get a tower. I had some lifesteal. I could probably Baron right now too, but actually I could get lifesteal. How long is my respawn time? Oh, never mind. Not long enough. I want GA so I could end because if I might have to go bottom. Actually, if I go top and apply more pressure. So I don't know where to go. I don't have vision. And it should be GA. What the fuck, dude? I got one shot at really? Oh man, that stands for I need to build some MR. Actually, I'm better off buying this because I need some lifesteal. um, let's see what the bidding. Oh, they took what I was aiming for. I'm gonna see if they're stupid and they try to push. Oh man, they are so dumb. I'm actually gonna wait a little bit. I'm praying this blast plan is up. No, he's not gonna die from the burn. I was gonna die. We smart if I could wait till my GA is up. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna wait till my GA is up. I wish you could just buy a billion GA. And I need some lifesteal so I can keep staying in lane. And right now it's about good game. I just need to push mid. Lucian is dead, so it'll be a good time. And I have a. So, CC won't work on me. Dumbasses. And GA up in the future. What the fuck? GA didn't work! GA failed! Oh my god. What the fuck was that? My GA didn't work? You guys see that? GA failed. What the fuck? I never seen that before. Oh well. Minion. It's funny. And that is how you master Yi. Lately, I haven't had any good games because I either was tired or tilted. When you're tilted, it's not a good idea to play because I've been raging a lot. I'm sorry for that. But when you're tilted, this Shin is actually pretty good in this. Figures, okay, he didn't CC right. The Shin, he actually was a pretty good tank. I always look at the stat to see how I did. I care about my vision score. I want to kill at least 5 wards. I'm sad I only killed one. Could have purchased more control wards, but don't overdo it with the control wards. View how I did. I mostly play for objective. That's how you play as a master Yi. You go for objective. Master Yi gank potential isn't that good unless you can catch enemies or you can get behind them. Like a lot of players think that Master Yi is a run up and auto attack champion, that he's a simple champion to play, but that's actually not the case. Like I'll basically do a small briefing at this end. I would end the video, but I'll give a small briefing about how to Master Yi and how I play Master Yi. Basically, what I noticed, if you want to climb rank with Master Yi, well, this only works in basically low elo, like bronze, silver. It works in gold, but the teams are slightly better, but they're not that good because they still chase kills and they still make a lot of bad decisions. Platinum is a little annoying because some players are so tilted in this because they want to be diamond, but they can't get there because is them feeling tilted because they get their ego in the way and they think they're too good for the game. And once they lose a lane, they try to blame everybody else for their loss. Well, basically, as a Master Yi, I wasn't a Master Yi main. I actually started as a Jax main. I loved it playing Jarvan, and I loved it playing all the other characters. Like, I'm actually more like a support main, but now I'm a jungle main because it's easier to carry as a jungle because you have so much flexibility and I can adapt to so many different situations. First of all, to win your jungle as a mastery, first you have to learn how to farm effectively. How do you farm effectively? First of all you have to do is farm. First, you go to your blue. As a mastery, mana is very important. Why? The more Qs you land, the more damage you'll do. The more AoE you land with your Q means faster jungle clear. Also, having faster auto attacks will help you with 50% more bonus damage because of double strike. It gives you 50 extra damage. Or I forgot. I'm a Master Yi main and I don't remember. I gotta actually look it up. I don't remember Master Yi by heart. Um, um, every few strikes, it doesn't tell me. That doesn't help. Two, three. Okay, every three auto attack, Master Yi hits a double strike. That's not what I remember. I remember it used to be like 2 hits and he double strike. If I'm wrong, correct me. But then, as a Master Yi main, you want to. Your early game is very important. You want to have good jungle clears. Basically, let's go see. I could also view this so I can see what I did wrong and also can see, tell you what I did wrong and what I could have done better. And I can tell you guys some jungle pathing. Let's see this load up. This was actually unfair because all the players were silver. Let's see. Let's direct it to me. First of all, when you clear jungle, you want to have jungle pathing. I'll basically do a overview of what I did. I had to retarget this, so to pick somebody and myself again to retarget. So basically, I noticed the jungle was Galio. As soon as I noticed, normally a heavy mana AP champion would most likely start after blue. For some reason, he started at red. You start at red, you're gonna do an early game cheese. But when I saw the echo, I figured he's gonna start at red. But normally they start at blue for a faster jungle clear because you can go blue, wolf, no, blue, grump, wolf, rafter, red, and then your golems at the end. Why do I do that path? Because it's the fastest clear and most efficient. Normally I would want to start grump, blue, then wolf because that's more clear, but they made the grump camp spawn after the blue. So I just go blue, grump, wolf, rafters, red, and golem, vice versa. See how I went blue, grump, and I'm gonna go wolf next. I couldn't get a level 2 cheese because normally if I could have started red, but then I figured trying to would be kind of hard to kill early game because you can actually use his dash, whatever the spin, to basically get a distance from me. I have ghost, but without red, I wouldn't want to risk ganking him. So I would do a full clear. So I get my ESP. Remember, it's a race. After you games, if you die in the game, you're gonna fall so behind. So it's not worth it to do some risky. And I just went. And then you have to prepare mentally for invade. And I face check this push because if I went to do this and I got low and the enemy was here, especially because Gallia can easily dash in with red, I try to escape, he can slow me and kill me there. If I face checked it while I was like basically I had more HP, I can ghost away. But if I ghost while I was low, he most likely will knock me up. I can't move there. And throw his cube or whatever that little tornado is, and it will basically do shitload of damage. And he most likely will aim it not directly where I'm standing, at a distance where my escape route is at. And if he does that, I will most likely die. And we could have killed Trainer right here if my Shin taunted, but which he didn't go in or taunt. And then decided to back out after that, because obviously he's gonna try to fight. Shin was still there, and I had it, but I taxed it a little bit, just like 1 or 2 million, because that will give me a little bit of ESP and a little bit of gold. Wasting my time here. As I go, I was checking for gank potential, so and so. I'm actually seeing all this. We won probably because we had an actual ADC and they didn't really have a real support. The jungle was a Galio, which is good for his global ulti. And the UR is probably feeding. Clear the install gank potential. My first instinct after seeing that Echo was low before we ganked. Let me see if I did. No, I did. Echo rounded bottom. Did I ping it? I think I did, but I didn't. Can I move this? Okay. And then I'm doing a full clear. I miss auto attack like a noob. That's so funny. I was low, so I couldn't even get top, and it was a risky thing to do. So my first instinct was to back and buy my item. And my hard farms, I farmed by my. I didn't give up even though my mid and a third echo. I was waiting for a good opportunity to arrive. So you can see I went directly to my because I knew it was up. But I also knew that there's a high chance the enemy was invading my blue. A big tip whenever I never noticed that. I never played Ivan before. I never knew that when he killed a jungle camp, it made a little candy thing. That's really pretty cool. I was always wondering why my jungle was glowing like that, but I never played Ivan before. Why are they paying me? Let's see what this is. Obviously, I stole the jungle because as a Master Yi, counter jungling is so effective. You can clear the jungle so fast. The only thing is the walls are a burden. Master Yi. You can't run away. Especially with Ghost, I prefer Flash when you do this kind of stuff. But the reason why I ran Ghost is because my ganking will be effective. Because it'll be like having ulti up in like shorter two ulti. I'm gonna steal everything because I see the jungle bottom. Stealing the jungle ESP gives you basically more ESP and it'll snowball you like your ganking. And as soon as I saw that there was more than basically this whole entire group of people right here. I saw them bottom. Obviously they didn't back because they went towards this way. I have vision of them. I'm gonna get this tower no matter what because I also have Veigar. Dive me in, Veigar can just CC like that. I'm trying to tell him to back because it's risky. Because we stayed too long and the enemy team could have probably regrouped. Actually, they didn't. They're not good enough. They were smart. They would have regrouped it and probably cheated us. I wish I could have saved this. Sometimes I wish I TP to save towers. I can't wait for that new item. Well, new mastery key. Because being able to switch my moves. Oh no, I mean my summoner spell is gonna be so broken. I could run gank. I could run ghost for a while and late game switch it to TP or in certain situations back to base, grab TP and TP into lane where I need to be as soon as possible. And when I get Farsight ward, I can ward in certain places to gank where normally I couldn't because I couldn't get there in time. Like for this situation, if I had a TP, I could have easily TP here. Or if I placed a ward in here, I could, or here, I prefer here or they had no vision, and then they could easily come or place a ward here, so they could easily just come out of here. And they could get behind them and gank. This spot would be better. Can just come from behind and gank. And normally place a control over here. Control over here is good too because it opens a ganking opportunity for anybody that TPs in. So I normally ping there. And also, when a jungler runs through, they normally run like this to gank you. So you place like a ward on like enemy spots like this. Normally they'll just do the path of this to gank you, path of this, and then you ward on these little intersections here. It'll basically provide so much vision that you can see the game. I had red. I wasn't worried about not doing enough damage because red buff gives you true damage, which many players don't understand what red buff do. It gives you true damage. True damage. Basically, your E infinity touch, which is broken. If you want your game to snowball really hard, let your ADC get red. But normally ADC is always down here. But then if your ADC is on this side, let them get red. For this situation, you will most likely want your mid laner to take blue. That's a kind of Korean thing. In NA, is kind of frowned upon to give, like, for your laners to take the buff from you. And we can easily get tower right here. Oh no, I forgot this tower's down. I kind of forgot what I played. Yeah, I'm just looking at the little mini map to see what I could have done better. You won, but the enemy team had so much pressure. Basically, they were getting tired. Not so good on objective, but they were getting tired, so they're getting stuff done. And this is where they kind of messed up. And God, and if I had a war here sooner, I could have alpha onto them. And I didn't want to chase. It's risky to chase because if he respawn, top can easily, he's not, he's engaging. He can easily TP down here. If you're smart, you would have saved this TP for a situation like this. TP down and kill all these guys already. Safer route would be while they're pushed back like this to get dragon as a mass ship run out clear dragon route. My Twitch is fed, so you can usually poke. Oh, which it's risky there about to get cheese. I think they did get cheese. Oh no, he just running back door. Looking how I jungle, I suck. I don't know why I didn't just clear that because I was already there. Oh yeah, I was planning to do this, and get Riff for that. I didn't want to waste a lot of time. Then a team fight broke out, and I probably went main. I probably should have saved top. Because I don't want to lose a lot of tower because that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, they went top. I should have just went directly to top. It's so stupid. Trying to probably hug the top. Oh yeah, I did. No, oh, I didn't even notice the fucking Shin did that. The light got me so confused. What the fuck happened? Wait, I gotta see that again. What happened? What the fuck did Shin just do? All I saw was a purple light and fucking missed it. Oh well. I forgot to riff. I feel so dumb. Did I riff? Please tell me I riff. I'm gonna get mad at myself if I didn't riff. I'm gonna call myself new. Go to riff, dumb self. Or did I get guitar? Tell me I got tower or riff. I think I know why I didn't get riff because I got tower. And I died. I died, huh? That's why I didn't get it. Yeah, that's one block. Fuck my dumb ass. And they took riff. That's why I didn't get it, huh? Yeah, that's Lancelot. I remember now. Fuck my dumb self. I probably could have took riff, push bottom, and hit this bottom tower, and got this. Man, if they're chasing that situation where all the team members are at base, oh man. Sometimes bronzy decisions actually. Nobody was there. They decided to chase that early when everybody was dead already, obviously. Lucian was beautiful. For me, my objective was just to keep them from not getting into. I did everything in my power to save everyone. And I should cut off for the kill everybody. And Lucian didn't get away. Lulu did something amazing. And we got mid tower. Lulu did her little moves. Dummy. I should have denied vision. I don't know why they didn't complete deny vision right there. That makes me question. Why does it say purple? Red team is now called purple team? Trying to die, right? Oh, yeah, you did. So funny. I really like that skin. It looks so sexy. And basically, there's not much I can tell you. Basically, what I did was farm. I'll just get a conclusion of what I did. Basically, I just farmed effectively when I saw that because we were behind. My only choice was to basically farm the hell out of my jungle and counter jungle and find opportunities whenever they arise. Um, Try not to feed because all your laners are feeding and boosting. Oh, chances to grapple fire and AoE are there. That's funny. And we actually could have probably Baron. Yeah, we could have Baron. Yeah, we should. That's a mistake right there. Basically, a conclusion is basically I did a very good jungle clear. Basically, blue, um, Grump, Wolf. I basically repeated the same pattern over and over for my jungle clear. Um, Side, if I wanted to get dragon, I would do half of a clear. Back, buy some partial item, and then get dragon. And along with a good jungle clear, before I did my gun, if I saw the enemy bottom, top, I would go to the opposite side and clear his whole jungle. If he comes up with no buff, that means he hasn't done his jungle. Most likely you can go in and you'll see the whole entire jungle camp there. See how opportunity was. Time alpha as the mastery time your alpha strike to dodge skills. And I was hoping he's slow, because if he's slow, I can I dive. I think my GA was up around this time. I forgot what time. But one of my death, I had GA. GA came back up off of cooldown and I died. And my GA didn't come back up. My GA didn't work. I was like, oh. If it did, I could have ended the game even sooner. You can usually get Baron, but they don't win with Baron. I think so many times on this situation where we could have the game, but I made stupid decisions. The reason why I didn't let Shin just skip auto because and I was shocked that he actually didn't try to be instead. So I thought I'd build a cement mod that could actually good damage, you know, so much team didn't really any and China doesn't really have any skill shots or skills that actually does serious damage besides auto attack. So Tabby obviously gonna counter a lot of China. You know, GA is gonna make you super tanky against him. It does give you a decent amount of armor and it gives you attack damage, which you need attack damage for an AD carry. Plus, GA is my recommended item for every carry because it's very important for hard carry like Master Yi to not die. GA can be one less death, and also it can be that if you're in a group fight and you're basically fighting and getting everybody low, everybody around you gets low and you die. But you have a GA on. It prevents the enemy team from getting their buff where they get 5% HP. Because that 5% HP AoE around the enemy will make a big ass because the inbound they don't get the buff. And it's, you know, and then on top of it, another GA. Then I bet with my dad. Should have pressed the whole game's too long. Okay. I don't. This is still bronze level play. I'm just looking at my plays and they're kind of bad. I could have gotten that. I was lazy and just finished it instead of turning around. Basically, you want to improve, you have to look for every little mistake. Those little mistakes adds up to a lot. And every time you play, you try to not make the same mistake again. And that's how you snowball really hard and go from like a losing game, basically having efficient farming, taking small advantages over and over. Like every time you see a jungle get top, you go bottom, take this. Because those makes us tank weaker and weaker and weaker as the game goes on. Because he's not giving us proper ESP. So if he takes ESP like CS from the lane, he's making his own laners weaker. And that takes away gold from the enemy team, which have probably. I think the Shingo full tank with Blade and Moonking and actually could have done some deep stuff. I don't know, it's funny. He tried to ulti to me. That's why. He did that when he was half health. He could have escaped. That could have been the kill right there. Nation's really dead. Yep. Oh no. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's gonna deal too. Sneaky, sneaky. Damn, he heals so much. That is funny. That time while fighting, I just baked his ulti with my W. Trinda is very easy for Mastery to counter. Trinda has no literally hard CC, so you don't have to literally get knockout. All you have to do is W the split to get him low, press W, you game. But don't press W right away. Wait till he actually uses the ulti. Oh yeah, this is where I died. My GA didn't work. I went in because my GA was back up, but then it didn't work. But we won anyways. I'm trying to get anyone anyways. We have 4 supers on the towers. By the time the enemy team had responded, the super would have killed it anyways. And basically, an overview. Good jungle clearing. Good jungle clearing combined with good decision making, grouping when you have to group. Um, Basically, I don't say help your team members, but prevent like stuff that you know you can help. You basically help them from not dying, like how that Veigar would have died if I didn't go and help them, or a situation where if I didn't push that lane, like top for example, if I didn't push that lane and go for their inhib, we would have lost so much pressure. And then if we got ace, that would have been game. But because we had super there, oh man, too much soda is bad for you. No, I don't want to go. I just want to be very, very disruptive. Basically, farm effectively, counter jungle effectively when you see the enemy jungle top or bottom. Basically, invade the other side, take all the jungle camps. It makes the enemy jungle behind because they're not getting enough CS and farm, so they have to take CS away from their laners. The taxing makes your they're taking away their laner CS actually hurts their own laner, so it makes it harder for them to even carry too. And the only other way he can get ESP is gank. And then the ganking paths are super simple because if you know where he's gonna have to clear because you invaded the other side, he's obviously gonna clear there, go towards there, find that there's nothing there, and invade. Instead of invading where he just came from, he's gonna invade mid or the opposite side, the side that you cleared. Basically, if you clear top and he just came from his red side jungle, and he went up to see his top jungle to see if there's anything to farm. He's gonna go through the whole thing, find there's nothing to farm because you stole everything. Then he's gonna think get mid or top. Failure, then take my laner CS. As a tax, then back and buy an item. You can either use that as an opportunity to ward up for a counter gank. Basically, champion like Rammus, Jarvan, where you can hop over wall. Even Kane, I prefer Kane. Is like in my honest opinion, I think he's the most meta jungler right now due to the fact he can ignore all walls with this E, or was it W? I forgot. Yeah, E, and heal while he goes through the wall. He has a heal. His W slows, which is broken. His Q is a gap closer, so you can basically just land a bunch of auto attacks. Basically, you can go the shadow, whatever, not the darken, the shadow thing, auto a few times. Your freaking W range becomes so brokenly long, and you can type while you use your W once you go into shadow mode, whatever. Go shadow mode, land is basically a knockup or basically a slow, and we can't get away. Do a couple auto attacks because you're doing bonus magic damage, which is gonna be so effective with this. And use Q as a gap closer when your enemy thinks, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna escape Q." And then you can also use your R as the most brokenest gap closer, ignore all damage evasion ever, because you can basically R is really broken in 1v1 situation because even if they but I recommend using it when the enemies are low. Why? Because you want to use it as a gap closer and not a first engaging thing. Because if you try to engage with this, I mean, it's bad. Engage while the enemy is full health under tower, and you won't be able to clear, and you'll basically die. But if you use it as a gap closer when the enemy is low, you can basically just press R, get on them, and basically you know they're gonna run towards the safe side, basically towards their base. You can either go towards the base or the direction where they're gonna go. Then use your Q and go the opposite direction. Hit them to basically close the distance. Because if you use R and you go towards the way that they are going, they're gonna walk the other way. You can use Q to go back, or you can slow them, knock them up, and Q. By the time your ulti is done, your Q and W should be back up, and you can do serious, serious poke damage in 1v1 situation. Kane is actually a pretty decent. I wouldn't call him a tank. You can build him bruiser, but tank, full tank doesn't work unless if you go full tank. I recommend full HP, basically all your basic tank items, a GA, and then build Darken. But if you're not Darken mode and you're going for a more on hit gap closer with W and R type and abuse your E for really high ganking potential in late game. Shadow mode would be pretty good. Darken mode would be good for if you needed a tank on your team and you were building tank with Kane. Oh yeah, this isn't a Kane video, but sorry to go off topic. But he's one of the most meta champion right now, basically for jungling. Mastery is not that high up there. He's actually a so to score like points here probably like 90 to 99. Considering he has a gap closer, the only thing that Mastery lack is CC. That's the only thing I wish he had in his build. Like if they reworked his W to become like a heal shield or a heal slow, that'll be amazing for every like. Imagine this W. If your enemy attacks you while you use W, they're slow and their basic attacks are slow for 1 or 2 seconds. You know how effective that'd be? I can engage. Enemy try to poke W. Surprise, you're slow and gap close and auto attack. You know how effective that'll be? Instead of building like frozen mallet or what's that gauntlet called? That gauntlet thingy that slows to. Instead of building those items, wasting it, you can build better items and have a slow in your kit. Or and also Master Yi lacks his E gives him good AD, but I wish his ultimate also gives his AD. I wish it gives you move speed with AD. But Yi never gets a rework because people complain about him being OP. I feel like he's underpowered. Basically, he's not where he should be. Because I feel like he's a 1v5 low elo carry, but I can't play him high elo because he lacks CC. Basically, Master EQ, you can use it. I'll basically go through his each ability and what you can do with it. You can use his Q to dodge tower shots. You can use his Q to reset tower aggro. You can use his Q to dodge skill shot. You can use this Q for auto attack reset. How do you do that? Double strike Q, and you auto attack automatically. That's the most effective way to do a lot of burst damage. And basically, you can use his Q to as a escape, but that's you're gonna need like minions or a shuttle crab or something to attack. And you can actually ward hop at Gromp. Not basically it's not a ward hop, you basically just pop a ward, have vision of the jungle enemy, like a jungle camp, and use your Q to Q over the wall. And if your enemy doesn't have flash, it won't be able to get you. And you can use that as an escape. It's only situational. You can't always do it because of the jungle clears. You can't do it, and you'll be like, "Fuck, I wasted a ward." If only you can Q to your own ward and your ward dies, that'll be worth the ward. And then basically W, you can use it to tank. You can use it to tank a ulti, auto attack, and you can also use your W. Wait, no, your W for auto attack reset, and it goes really well with basically this is instant burst if you're dueling. Normally you save Q for last, so basically auto attack, double strike, W, auto attack reset basically after you double strike. Then you hit 2 times. And by the time you hit another 2 times in double strike, your enemy should be low. Every time you and once you land their first two double auto attack and you're gonna double strike, you should press E. That's when you want to use your E for your true damage, and then you can Q for a gap closer so your enemy doesn't run away or get away, because they're bound to run away by the time you do this combo because they're going to be low. Obviously, you're going to burst them with a lot of auto attacks, and basically, if you're a little bit tanky and you can tank their damage, they're not going to do a lot, especially if they're an AP carry, because they're just going to do a little bit of damage, and then they're going to be like, oh, fuck, he's next to me, and you're going to hit them, and half of their HP is going to be gone. then they're gonna be like, oh shit, I need to get away, and they try to flash. As soon as you hear the flashing noise, you can Q onto them, and they won't be able to get away. Hit them a few times, you can pop your ulti while you're doing this. If not, I wouldn't recommend wasting ulti, but you can just to make sure you don't feel comfortable that you get it without your ulti. I recommend using your ulti for ganks, and if you could get behind them without using your ulti, it'll be kind of useful. But your OT gives you a lot of attack speed and help you succeed on your ganking. That's why I run Ghost, so I can just use Ghost first. And if I feel like I'm not fast enough, I could bust it out with my ulti too to have like super broken move speed. I don't really build Yomi's Ghost Wave for move speed because it's not enough. It only gives like a small portion, like 20%. That 20% feels slower than Ghost. It's like 1/4 of what Ghost does. That's how it feels for me. So I don't really build Yomu's Ghost Blade. And the fact that they kind of nerf Serrated Dirk, where it doesn't have move speed anymore, I don't really want to build into that because it doesn't give you move speed until you finish Yomu Ghost Blade, and then basically that Dirk will be kind of useless. And then the Dirk passive doesn't work unless you kill enemy, and that's kind of useless in like group fights early game because you won't be group fighting early games and you'll be 1v1ing, so the effect of serrated dirk is completely useless now because the point of it using it back then was because it gives you move speed and some AD and some lethality, but now it became a useless early game item in my opinion. The lethal is still good, but the passive is not useful at all anymore. Because I used to use it for move speed basically and a little extra damage, which makes your gameplay. It's like having a tier one boot, basically what I'm trying to say. Um, Let me think. Also, build is very important. You need a build to survive, not to. Basically, you want to build that can still do a lot of damage and help you survive. So basically, let me show you. I have Blood Razor is my main jungle item. I want to rush that because it gives me a good attack speed. Then my second item I built was a Rage Blade. Why did I build a Rage Blade? The on hit's gonna proc my Blood Razor twice, which is gonna do way more damage. And then when I hit Rage mode, basically 6 stacks, it's gonna give me a huge AD and huge amount of attack speed, which is gonna help me clear power so much faster. I finished Tabby because their ADC can poke me down, and he was basically land is auto attack and double shot at me. So basically, Boots of Tabby is gonna help me tank a whole lot more. And I built a GA to take more AD, so I wouldn't die from Lucian. Basically, that's the only reason I built it, to not die from Lucian. Because it makes me tanky. It also helps me not die from their auto attacks more plus Tabby combo. And I built it Quicksilver because I didn't recommend this. I would have probably built the Mal, whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce it. The other one version of this, but it gives you life steal when you're low only, and then it gives you like a shield. I recommended that, but I didn't have any life steal items, so I built this because it gives you MR and life steal. So I needed some sustain. That's the only reason why I built this. Then the MR and the enemy team didn't really have any hard CC, so they was kind of useless in this kind of situation. Beside of Galio ulted or Clothing, I probably could have used this. Other than that, it was kind of useless. And also, Echo Slow and his time stop thing could have CC'd me, but I could have used that on it. And I built a Hex Drinker at the end because I wanted to avoid getting burst down by Echo, who was the only person that actually did damage on the enemy team. And sorry for the long speech, but basically what I ran was this isn't that feel. I just go straight up attack speed. That's my goal. And I want to have the most damage as possible because I have to play very aggressive as Master Yi. 4 type speed is going to help me do more damage, basically. Fresh Blood is going to help me more early game ganking and doing more damage against enemy champions. Natural talent, you'll be surprised of how much a little bit of AD affects your gameplay. Like, how many times have you left where the enemy had like 1 or 2 health and you wish you just did like 1 extra auto attack? This will make up for that. Especially because late game gives you 10 damage and 15 AP, which you might not think that's a lot, but if you land like 10 autos, so being able to get that 3% early game damage right off the back, like you could have 3 kills off of Bounty Hunter. By the time you get 3 kills for Bounty Hunter, it'll be late game or mid game. I'd rather have the early game damage right off the bat. It also helps your jungle clearing way faster. Armor Pin for more AD damage, obviously. And Fervor is going to be a go-to for mastery. Like every 2 auto attack you hit, you're going to stack like more AD, which is broken. And basically, Salver,